It's starting live soon. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Yeah. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes, guys. Guys. Innocent. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? How's the sound? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I'm so excited. I want to bring in our guest. Just 5 more minutes to go. Mr. Ibrahim, if you are here. We have just 5 minutes left for the quota to be released. Mr. Ibrahim, if you are here, please let me know. Mr. Ibrahim, if you are here, please ask. Mr. Ibrahim is a professional fundamental trader. Trading for over 5 years. The impact of the first completed US election, also the impact of CPI on the market. I just want us to give us direction. Follow. Okay, 3 more minutes to go. Can you guys hear me? How is the sound? I'm not audible. Can you guys hear me? Give me some. Mr. Ibrahim, are you here? If you are here, please let me know. Mr. Ibrahim, if you are here, let me know. Okay, while we wait for Mr. Ibrahim, 2 more minutes to go. Let's look at the technicals. Okay, let's look at the technicals. Join the weekly session we had, the weekend session we had. I told you guys my bias for GBPUSD, EURUSD, Australian dollar USD, New Zealand USD. I told you guys my bias for those pairs is bullish. I'm looking for buy opportunities of those pairs. Now, today CPI will be released, and you will notice that since the market opened, price has been in a range on these pairs. So if you're watching the chart, you will see that on GBPUSD, EURUSD, price has been in a range. That's because of core CPI data that will be release in few minutes. Okay, it has been in a range. I believe you all can see my screen. I'm on GBPUSD now. Let's see the chart on GBPUSD. You can see since the market opened, GBPUSD has never been bullish or bearish because the institutions are waiting for the data to be released. The institution, yes, but you can see that the sound is higher than the. Okay, let me reduce the sound. Okay, this upper with the grind. Upper with the grind. Yeah, it told me. Few minutes, guys. Let me reduce the sound. I think the sound is the music is too high. Okay, please let me sound. Few minutes, guys. Let me reduce the sound. Hi. I think it's better, right? Is it okay now? Can you guys hear me clearly? Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you guys hear me clearly? All right, okay, so let's go to the chart. So as you can see, because of the data that will be released, GBPUSD has been in a range. If you look at Australian dollar USD, let's see Australian dollar USD, you can see also Australian dollar USD has been in a range. Like I told you guys, my bias is bullish on this space. So let's see the data. Let's see now the previous and the forecast. Previous and forecast is the same for core CPI and also for CPI the previous and the forecast is the same thing. Now, as you can see, the actual and the forecast is the same thing. The actual and the forecast is the same thing. So this news wouldn't have much impact on the dollar. So it is with this data that was really that has been released. I think GBPUSD will be bullish now. Australian dollar USD will be bullish because the data you can see the actual is equal to the forecast. Actual is equal to the forecast. So I don't think this will give dollar strength. So we should expect dollar to lose value. Technically, GBPUSD, Australian dollar USD, and Euro USD, pairs that have USD as counter should be bullish this week. That is my expectation based on the technical pattern. Okay, that is my expectation. Now, the data that came out is the same with the forecast. Is the same with the forecast. So I would expect that the technical setup, the technical bias will play out. So let's go to the chart. Let's go to the chart. Now, before we buy, we need to ensure that there's a bullish reversal pattern on the chart. We need to ensure there's a bullish reversal pattern on the chart. Now, before the data was released, area of liquidity was created. These lows here are areas of liquidity. A lot of traders would have been executing buy after the formation of these candlesticks. So it is expected that this liquidity that has been created here is cleared. It is expected that that liquidity gets cleared. That is my expectation. That liquidity better now, okay? The liquidity should be cleared. So right now we are looking for buy opportunity. So we need to wait for this liquidity. Don't jump in and start buying now. This is not the right time to buy. Wait for this liquidity. You can see we had a liquidity here, which has not been cleared. So there's a high probability that this liquidity would be cleared. Don't jump in and start buying right now. Okay? Wait for this liquidity to be cleared. After this liquidity has been cleared, wait for a bullish reversal pattern to form before you buy. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you are following. Wait for the bullish reversal pattern to form after liquidity has been cleared before you buy. So my bias for this is Australian dollar USD is a buy. Let's look at GBPUSD. GBPUSD also created a low here. This was yesterday low, right? Yeah, this candle was yesterday low. This low, there's a high probability they will come for this low. If they don't clear this liquidity here, there is a high probability they would clear this low that was created today. This is the low for today so far. There is a high probability that low will be cleared. So patiently wait, okay? Patiently wait for this low or this low to be cleared. If this low gets cleared and a bullish reversal pattern forms after this low gets cleared, then you can buy. But if this low gets cleared and a 4-hour candle or a candle breaks this low, then you wait for a bullish reversal pattern to form. This is not the time to buy. Patiently wait. Patiently wait for them to clear these lows, this liquidity. Wait for it to be swept before you buy. I hope that is clear. That is my take for GBPUSD, buy. Australian dollar USD also buy. Then let's look at gold. I know most of you trade gold. Let's look at gold. What is the expectation on gold? Gold also will be bullish. Gold will be what? Will be bullish. And you can see gold has been in a range. Can you see from this point, from this high here to this low? You can see since the market opened, gold has been in a range. You can see gold has been in a range. So price is expected to break out from this high and also likely going to break out from this low. That is the expectation now. Price has been consolidating since yesterday. I think around 4 p.m. Nigerian time yesterday on gold. Price has been consolidating. And since we are looking for opportunity to buy, technically, since we're looking for opportunity to buy, you should wait for the sell side liquidity. Wait for this sell side liquidity to be cleared before you buy. I hope you're getting me. If you're trading gold, if you want to buy gold, ensure that this liquidity, this sell side liquidity is cleared before you buy. Don't buy after the breakout from this resistance. Don't buy. Wait for the low, this liquidity. Wait for it to be cleared before you buy gold. I hope that is clear. After the liquidity gets cleared, ensure a bullish reversal pattern forms, because I know most of you, you go and jump in and start buying immediately this low gets cleared. No, you still need to be sure that we have enough buyers in the market to push the price up. And the only thing that you can use to confirm that is the close of a bullish reversal pattern. That is the only thing you can use to confirm that there are buyers in the market, and that will be the right time to buy. Don't just jump in and start buying after the liquidity gets cleared. Wait for confirmation. Wait for a bullish reversal pattern to form. I hope that is clear. If there's any pair you want us to analyze, please drop it in the comment section. CEN says we should look at EU. We'll look at EU in a few minutes. Okay? So EU is positively correlated with GBPUSD. If you're considering buying GBPUSD, then we should be buying EURUSD. But let's look at EURUSD charts. Okay, so this is USD. I think EURUSD is set for buy. Okay, EURUSD is set for buy. EURUSD is set for buy. But hold on. Okay, EURUSD is set for buy because the low of yesterday has been cleared. Okay, the low of yesterday, which was an area of liquidity, has been cleared. Maybe you all can see my screen. That low has been cleared. So let's go down to 4 hour. Let's see what we had on 4 hour after the close of yesterday candle. So this is what we had on 4 hour after the close of yesterday candle. This was the last candle for yesterday market, and it's created a low. Today, this candle has already cleared this low. This candle has already cleared this low. Now, before you execute a buy trade on EURUSD, please ensure there is a shift in market structure on 15 minutes time frame. Ensure there is a shift in market structure on 15 minutes time frame. Are you guys following? Can you still hear me? Okay, USD-JPY. Mr. Peps, we'll look at USD-JPY. I believe you all can hear me. Okay, so wait for a shift in market structure. Let's go down to 1 hour. Let's see what we have on 1 hour. Let's see the pattern on 1 hour. Okay, this is 1 hour. On 1 hour, I would advise that you wait for price to break this high. Okay, wait for price to break this high. Let's go to 15 minutes. Let's see 15 minutes. Okay, wait for price to break that high. Okay, wait for price to break this high on 15 minutes before you buy EURUSD. Wait for a candle to close above this high. Now, if you are buying above this high, you also need to consider the risk involved. You don't just jump in and start buying. You need to consider the risk involved. It is very important. and you need to ensure that the risk, that you're comfortable with the risk. Our risk appetite differs. Depending on the strategy you're also trading with, your risk appetite differs. Personally, with risk above 50 pips, I don't like taking trade with risk above 50 pips. Now let's calculate the risk. If I decide to buy, let's assume a candle closes above this high, and I decide to buy, let's assume the candle closes at this price. Now my stop loss will be this low. You can see this is 78 to 80 pips. 78 to 80 pips. Personally, this risk is too high. The risk is too high. So if price breaks out from this high, I would want to see price pull back. Okay, as you can see, we have a fair value gap here. So let's assume price just keeps going up and it breaks that resistance. There's a fair value gap here that has not been filled. This fair value gap here. What is the fair value gap? The fair value gap is the gap in between the high of this candle and the low of this candle. That is the fair value gap. It's a 3 candlestick price action where there's a gap in between the high of the first candle and the low of the third candle. That is what a fair value gap is. Now, if price decides to keep going up and it breaks this high, I want to see price pull back to fill this fair value gap. Are you following? Are you guys following? I want to see price pull back and fill this fair value gap. But if price fills this fair value gap before breaking this high, I could buy. I would go ahead and buy Euro USD. Please note what I said. Note what I said. If price breaks this high, because the risk is too high, I will not jump in and start buying. Also, there's a fair value gap that has not been filled here. This gap here has not been filled. I would want to see price pull back. After breaking this high, I want to see price pull back and fill this fair value gap before buy. But if this fair value gap gets filled, as you can see, price is dropping right now. If the gap gets filled before breaking this high, I would buy Euro USD above this level. I hope you are getting me. I hope you are getting me. So that's my take on Euro USD. I'm not executing a buy trade or a sell trade. Now, my bias is buy, so I'm not interested in selling. And I've told you what I'm looking out for before I will buy Euro USD. I hope that is clear. So that is my take on Euro USD. I'm looking for buy opportunity on Euro USD. I hope that is clear. Let's look at USD JPY. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section if you have any question, or if there's any pair you want us to analyze. Please drop it in the comments section. Okay, so this is USD JPY. USD JPY is negatively correlated with GBPUSD. By that I mean 80% of the time, if GBPUSD is bearish, USD JPY would be bullish. USD JPY would be bullish. Okay, so they are negatively correlated. They move in opposite direction. So as you can see on USD JPY 4-hour time frame, what candlestick pattern is this? For those of you who attended the session we had this morning, I shared with you how to use candlestick pattern to identify the end of a trend, to know when a trend is about to change from bullish to bearish. Okay, and what is this candlestick pattern? This is a doji. This is a doji candlestick pattern, which indicates change in trend. And you can see after the formation of the doji, what has been happening on USD JPY? It has been bearish. USD JPY has been bearish. Remember, I told you guys that after the formation of the doji, you don't jump in and start selling. You wait for the next candle to close bearish. This 4-hour candle is going to close by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. It's going to close by 5 p.m. Nigerian. If this candle closes bearish, that will be the right time to strike. That will be the right time to sell USD JPY. Okay, that will be the right time to sell USD JPY. Also, before you sell, ensure there's a shift in market structure on 1 hour or 15 minutes time frame. After you've identified the candlestick pattern on the higher time frame, ensure there's a shift in market structure before you sell. So let's go to 15 minutes to identify the most recent higher low. The most recent higher low on 15 minutes. This is the most recent higher low on 15 minutes. This is the most recent higher low on 15 minutes. So you wait for the 4-hour candle to close. If the 4-hour candle closes bearish, and the market is still trading below this higher low, that is when you will consider selling. I hope you guys can still hear me. That is when you would consider selling USD JPY. Now you will see that USD JPY is likely going to create a fair value gap, right? In the next 2 minutes, this candle will close. So a fair value gap will be created. A fair value gap will be created. So if the the current 4-hour candle closes bearish and the market is trading below this higher low, patiently wait. Remember, I told you guys, you also need to consider the risk involved in the trade before you execute it. To be consistently profitable, you need to ensure that your risk on the trade is very small. You need to minimize your risk. Ensure that the risk on the trade is very small so that your reward will be high. Are you getting me? So let's assume a candle closes, let's say the current 4-hour candle, let's assume it closes at this price. If we decide to sell from that price, our stop loss will be at this point. Can you see the risk here? This is where you have to set your stop loss. This is 85 pips. If this risk is too high for you, then you shouldn't execute the trade. You should wait for price to pull back. Wait for price to pull back. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Wait for price to pull back. Wait for price to pull back to fill the fair value gap that is likely going to be created after the close of this bearish candle. A fair value gap is likely going to be created. So wait for that fair value gap to be filled before you sell. If you wait for the gap to be filled before you sell, your risk will reduce to, let's say, 40 pips or 35 pips. Now, if you risk 35 pips, you can aim for 70 to 80 pips. But if you are risking 80-something pips risk, how much are you going to aim for as take profits? You want to aim for 120, 130, that might take days, that might take weeks before it hits your target. So you ensure that your risk is less, okay? Your risk is less, then your reward is high. So that is my take on USD-JPY. USD-JPY at the moment is bearish. We've identified a doji on 4-hour time frame. So we're waiting for the current 4-hour candle to close bearish. I hope that is clear. So that is my take on USD-JPY. Let's look at GJ, Mr. Adamu. I'm really sorry, my guest is not available now. He's not available. Hopefully in the next session, I would bring him on. Okay, I'll bring him on in the next class. We'll be having this session every time there is a fundamental news, there is a major news. We will be coming on live to share our thoughts, our opinion. Okay, with you guys. Okay, so in the next session, I think there's a major news tomorrow. There's also a major news on Friday. So we're going to come on live here tomorrow and also on Friday to share our technical and fundamental bias with you guys. Okay, so that is it for USD JPY. I hope that is clear. So let's look at GJ. GJ should be bearish also. Okay, if USD JPY is bearish, there's a high probability that GJ would be bearish. Okay, there's a high probability that GJ will be bearish. I'm not seeing a clear setup on GJ right now. To be sincere, I'm not seeing a clear setup on GJ right now. Okay, now if we go by the weekly, yeah. So if you go by the weekly time frame, you can see what we have here. This is an angry man. Last week candle closed as a shooting star. So if you go by the weekly candlestick pattern, GJ should be bearish this week. GJ should be bearish this week. If we go by previous week candlestick pattern, remember in trading, what we use in predicting the future is what has happened in the past. We use previous price action to determine what price is likely going to do in the future. So if you look at what has happened, and also on the weekly, though we still have a fair value gap here that has not been filled, but at least price has entered into that gap, though it didn't fill it. Okay, price has entered into that gap. Okay, though it didn't fill it. So what do? We look for a sell opportunity based on last week candle. It's a sell. Then let's go to daily. What's happening on the daily time frame? Okay, so this is what we have on the daily time frame. A resistance was created here. Okay, now let's go down to 4-hour. So if I'm to trade GJ, so a support was created here on GJ. This is a support zone. This is a support zone. Okay, this is a support zone. So if that support is broken. This is a support zone, or you can call it a demand zone. This is a support zone. If price breaks this support zone, then you should look for sell. If price breaks this support zone, you should look for sell. Okay, now let's go down to 1 hour. Look for sell. Okay, so it's likely going to create a fair value gap after the close of this. This is 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 15 minutes time frame. It might have created a fair value gap on. Okay, so we'll wait for this candlestick to close. Okay, if this candlestick closes below this place, okay, it will create a fair value gap. Wait for the fair value gap to be filled. Wait for that fair value gap to be filled. Okay, let's wait for this candle to close. Next, how many minutes? 11 or 13 minutes. This candle will close. Okay, if it closes below, let's assume it has closed. This is a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. You should wait for price to fill this gap before you sell. Even if price breaks this support or this demand zone I just identified, if price breaks it, wait for price to pull back and fill this fair value gap before you sell GJ. I hope you're getting me. Wait for price to pull back and fill this fair value gap before you sell GJ. And if you are selling GJ, let's assume you decide to sell after this demand zone or support zone is broken. If you decide to sell, let's say you decide to sell from this point, where are you going to set your stop loss? Your stop loss will be at this point, which is 93 pips. The risk here will be 93 pips. But if you patiently wait for price to pull back to fill this fair value gap, probably your risk will reduce to maybe 50 pips, which I think is okay. Okay, so that is my take on GJ. My bias on GJ based on the weekly candlestick pattern and what we have on daily and 4 hour, it is a sell. It is a sell, okay? But we need to wait for price to pull back and fill this fair value gap that is created before we go bearish on GJ. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Which other pair? EJ. Let's look at EJ. Do I have EJ here? Do I have EJ here? Okay. If you have any question, please let me know. If you have any question, For those of you who missed the morning session, where I taught them how to trade using candlestick pattern, the video, the link will be available later so that you watch the replay. It's on YouTube. If you are subscribed to my channel, you can check YouTube, check my channel, you will see the video. Please, can you guys hear me? So just go and watch that video. We'll continue from where we stopped. We looked at 3 candlestick patterns today, the doji, the spinning, top, bottom, and we looked at hammer. So in the next class, we'll be looking at other candlestick patterns. So for you to participate in the next class, for you to get to flow with the class, you need to watch the previous session, okay, which is the session we had this morning today. So go and watch it. It's on YouTube, okay? In the coming weeks, I will be teaching you guys strategies that you need to make money consistently in the market. Like I told you guys, this is interesting. This Trump winning the election is positive for the market. So as a forex trader, if you know what you're doing in the market, 2025 should be a great year for you. If you know what you're doing in the market, this is the time to take your trading business serious. This is the time to take your trading business serious. Next year will be an interesting year for forex traders. For those of you who are relaxed, this is the time to come back to trading. This is the time. 2025 will be a great year for traders. You just have to know what you're doing in the market. Can you guys still hear me? Are you still here? I want to see your comments. If you're still here, I want to see your comments. Okay, next year will be an interesting year, and that is why between now and December, I will be teaching you guys strategies that you can use to make money in the market. Strategies, okay? All you have to do is just show up for the classes. If you're getting value from this live stream, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time participating in the live stream, subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube. We're going to make money. We're going to make money from these markets. We're going to make money. 2025. Don't be left out. Fund your trading account before January 2025. Fund your trading account. Okay, so let's look at EJ. Can you guys still hear me? Are you still here? Okay, Jeremiah, you're still here. Okay, EJ. Okay. Fund your trading accounts and start trading. Fund your trading accounts. Fund your Kabbalah trading accounts and start trading. Okay, this is not the time to draw back or to give up or to relax. No, this is not the time to relax. This is not the time to relax. It is time to make money. It is time to make money. So EJ, let's start with the weekly. Let's start with the weekly. Okay. So on EJ, we had a fair value gap here on the weekly time frame. This has not been filled. But if you look at how last week candle closed, okay, you can see what we have here is a bullish, sorry, this is a bearish reversal pattern, right? We had a spinning top on the weekly time frame, and the next candle closed bearish. The next candle engulfed the spinning top. So what we have here is a bearish reversal pattern. It's a bearish reversal pattern. Now, after the close of last week candle, it is likely a fair value gap was created after the close of last week candle. It is likely a fair value gap was created, and that could be the reason for the pullback we are currently seeing in the market. That could be the reason. Also, on the weekly time frame, you could see we had a support here. Can you see? That could also be the reason for the rejection for this pullback. This support here could be the reason for this pullback. And also, it could be that a fair value gap was created after the formation of last week candle. Let's go down to daily. So you can see on the daily time frame, you can see a fair value gap was created, and that could be the reason for this pullback. And as you can see right now, the fair value gap that was created after the close of last week candle has been filled. You can see. You can see. So there's a high probability that price will pull back from that area, from this fair value gap. But we need to wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form 4 hour. Okay, we need to wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form on 4 hour. So you can see what we have here. What we have here is a bearish. We need to wait for this candle to close bearish, right? We need to wait for this candle to close bearish. Let's see what we have on 1 hour. And after that candle still closes bearish, you can see what we have on 1 hour. This is a bearish reversal pattern. This looks like a spinning top or a doji. Let me remove this line. Okay, you can see this is a spinning top. So if this candle still closes bearish, that will be a sell setup on 1 hour time frame. Yeah, this is 1 hour time frame. That will be a sell setup, and you can see liquidity that was residing at this previous high has been cleared. Okay, the liquidity that was residing at this previous high has been cleared. I think this is the so far the high for the week, for this week. Okay, this is high for Monday. Am I right? Yes. Today is Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday. Between Monday and Tuesday, this was the high so far this week. And today, you can see that high has been cleared, which was an area of liquidity. It has been cleared. So if this candle still closes bearish, there's a high probability that Euro JPY would sell, and it's going to come for the liquidity residing. This is the low so far for this week. Am I right here? This should be the low so far. I think this low was for last week. Yeah, this was last week low. So far this week, this is the low. So there's a high probability will come and clear all the stop losses. A lot of people have executed buy, and their stop losses will be at these lows. Those that executed last week, their stop losses are this low. Okay, and most of them, they are still holding their trades. As you can see, they attempted clearing the liquidity residing at this low. It was not achieved. You can see this candle didn't close below this low. So there's a high probability they are coming for this liquidity. They are coming for these lows. Stop losses residing at this low. That's my take for USD JPY. Any other question? Any other question? Is there any other pair you want us to look at? Is there any other question? Is there any other question? Let me know in the comment section. Any question? 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 Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. I really appreciate you guys for always showing up for the classes, and I believe you are getting value from the classes. I believe you are getting value from the classes. You are learning so much from the classes. Always show up. I see many of you are relaxing. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to give up. Never give up until you achieve financial freedom through trading. Don't give up. Don't give up. I know it's challenging, but don't give up. Okay? When you make mistakes, when you make losses, learn from the mistakes, learn from your losses, and move on. Don't give up. If you don't have money to fund your live trading account, go back to demo. Go back to demo and keep learning, keep attending classes, keep attending classes. In this game, learning is continuous. You don't stop learning. You don't stop learning. The market is dynamic. It's an ever-changing market. So you have to keep updating yourself. You have to keep showing up for classes. Ask questions. Ask questions. Most of you don't ask questions. Most of you are facing challenges. When you start facing those challenges or you start experiencing drawdowns, you don't show up for class. That is not how it should be. That is not how it should be. The more losses you make, the more you should show up for the classes, the more you should learn. It doesn't matter whether you have funds in your life account or you have funds in or you are on demo. You should always show up for classes. It doesn't matter. Not having funds in your trading account should not stop you from attending classes or from learning the market. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and there is no day I don't look at the charts. For the past 10 years, I can count the number of days I don't look at the charts. For the past 10 years, every day, whether I trade or not, at the end of the day, I would look at the chart to see what happened in the market. So if you want to grow, you want to be a professional trader, you want to build a career in trading, always show up, always show up. Any question, any question? Yeah, 2025 is our year, Mr. Peps. It's our year, it's our year. It's our year. Any question, any question, any question? If there are no questions, I would have to end the stream. Any question, any question? I appreciate you guys. If you're here to like the stream, please do give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up so that others can get to see this video. Okay, so like I told you guys, tomorrow we're expecting PPI will be released tomorrow, which is price production index. Production index will be released tomorrow. I think it's the same time. Okay, I think it's the same time. So we would be here live tomorrow. I'm sorry, my guest isn't available. Okay, wasn't available for today's session. So tomorrow we will be meeting again. What is the time for tomorrow's news? Okay, so we will be meeting again tomorrow. Let me check the calendar. Let me check the calendar. A few minutes. Few minutes. Let me check the calendar. Okay, tomorrow is 2:30 also. Okay, 2:30. So we'll be meeting by 2:20 or 2:15. Yeah, 2:15 p.m. We'll be on here live. And I hope my guest will be available tomorrow to educate us more on how to make money consistently trading fundamentals. Okay, I believe he would be available tomorrow. Okay, so I look forward to having you guys in tomorrow's session and subsequent classes. My greatest desire is to see you all excel in your trading business. It is my greatest desire to see you all attain financial freedom via Forex trading. And that is what motivates me to do the things that I do. It's the reason I keep showing up for you guys. It's the reason I keep showing up for you guys. Okay, I want to see you guys build houses, buy cars, do all the things you want to do in life, from the income you make from trading. Okay, so that's why I show up every day. I wish you guys all the best in your trading career. But this one thing you will do for me, never give up. That is one thing I want you to do for me. Promise me you will never give up. No matter the challenges, no giving up. No giving up. If you don't give up, you would succeed in trading. Once more, I want to appreciate you all for your participation. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's class. Do have a great day. Oh,